Hello, everyone. My name is Amanda Waldhart, and you are here with Amanda's InspirationStation.com. You are here for my weekly Wednesday. Thank you for joining me. Today is February 15th. I had to think about that for a second. Yesterday was Valentine's Day, so today's February. No, today's the 16th. It's Wednesday. Jeez. See, I'm terrible. Terrible at dates. They all kind of mesh into one. So I'm glad you're joining me today. I have two adorable things to share with you today. One is a card, and one is a little cute, very easy 3D treat. Very, very easy. And we are going to use the Nuts and Bolts stamp set. This is not just a Valentine's stamp set. We are actually going to make a birthday card and a birthday treat. So I'm super excited about it. But before we dive into that, I do want to share with you. I try not to share this every Wednesday. For those of you who follow me, you don't want to hear about it probably every Wednesday, but I do like to share it at least once a month. About my fabulous fun fold tutorial bundle that I have. So I'm going to bring you down and I'm going to quickly share and show about that with you. Okay, so here is my fabulous, oh, look. Okay, before we get into that, these are the projects we're going to make today. Aren't they cute? We are going to make a very bright, fun birthday card with that being the inside. Super cute. And then we're going to make a cute, very easy matchbook treat. These are not hard. They're very easy. And you just flip it up and there's a little fun size M&Ms inside. So super fun, super easy. I'm going to show you how to do that. And there are always a printable project sheet with every weekly Wednesday video that I do. So the link is right below the video. You can just click on it. It takes you right to my blog at amandasinspirationstation.com. And once you open that up, there's a project sheet. You just click it. It's an instant download to your computer. It's completely free. The project sheet will tell you the supplies that we used. It'll show colored copy pictures. And then it will also have all the measurements. So you don't have to stop the video and write down the measurements. It will have all of that for you. The instructions are the video that you're watching. Okay. So before we do that, I do want to quickly share my fabulous fun fold tutorial bundle. I have this tutorial bundle. It has 12 fun, different fun fold cards. They're all cards, super fun. This is a full tutorial bundle. So each card has pictures, colored copy pictures, has the measurements, has step-by-step instructions, and it does have the supplies that I used for which card. However, if you don't have all the supplies for all these cards, that's okay. You can use whatever you have at home or whatever you want. The purpose of this is to show you how to do the fun folds, not what products that I'm using. So I meet every Monday, on the second Monday of every month. I have an exclusive Facebook group for this tutorial bundle. And I meet on the second Monday of every month at 11 a.m. Central Time, and I do a video on each one of these cards. So last month I did one card. I just did another card this last Monday. I will continue to do that until throughout this entire year. You can purchase this tutorial bundle at amandasinspirationstation.com. Right at the top, it says tutorial store. You can purchase it. It's $37. Once you've purchased it, you will be invited to this exclusive group. Those videos will always be there for you as long as Facebook is around. So you can watch those videos at any time. You don't have to be on Facebook to purchase this tutorial. That's just an additional bonus that you get to watch the video. So, or you can stamp along with me on the second Monday of every month. That's always fun too. So I would love for you to join this group. This is a great bundle tutorial. There are so many wonderful fun fold cards in here, and I love fun folds. And I take you step by step on how to make them. Okay, so there's that. Visit my tutorial store if that's something that you're interested in. All right, so let's get started with our projects today because they're so cute. For those of you who know me, know I absolutely love brights. Bright colors are my favorite color scheme. So this is just so right up my alley. This paper is actually from free in celebrations right now, and it is the Sunshine and Rainbow 6x6 paper stack. So it is a free celebration item with a $50 purchase. Now, I do want to share with you one more thing. Beginning yesterday, I am having a Sale-a-bration party. So I have posted it out on my Facebook page, all of the information, but you have now until next Monday at 5 o'clock Central Time, 5 p.m. Central Time. If you place $100 order with me, not only will you get celebration items, but you will also earn host rewards. So there are host rewards or a half off item or the Calming Camilla stamp set. There are lots of fun different things that you can get. Plus, you would get a special surprise from me, and you will get the special surprise will be um, a mini class for free. It is a 4-card make and take, and that'll be completely free. And I will send that to you completely free, along with maybe a little gift. I'm not going to share too much because I don't want to overshare. But it is my celebration party. We only have until February 28th to enjoy the rest of the celebration items. So I hope you can join me. You just go online to amandasinspirationstation.com. You click shop now. Attached to my Facebook page, and I will also put it in the link below, is the hostess code that you would use. So you do have to use that hostess code. And if you are not a subscriber to my YouTube channel, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button. I am really trying hard to get my goal to be 1,000 YouTube subscribers. So if you like watching videos, I post a video every Wednesday. I also post my Monday night Facebook Lives on here as well. And sometimes I just randomly have a special little card that I want to share with you. So I post that too. So I would love for you to hit that subscribe button. Okay, let's get started because I'm super excited. So let's go ahead. Let's make the card first. We'll make the card first. I really think this card is super cute. We are going to do some embossing. We're going to do some blending with our blends. We're going to do some heat emboss. So we're going to do lots of fun things, but I do want to share what we're using today. So we have the nuts and bolts stamp set. We're using the gingham embossing folder. Both of these are found in the January through June mini catalog. We are using a few different dies, and I'm going to share. So the back piece of this die right here is actually this piece to the Stitched So Sweetly, and we just turned it up like this. The circles are from the layering circle dies. So I have a scallop one here, a straight edge here, and then I have another straight edge there. All the little hearts, the little stitched heart, this little guy, and then the bigger one inside are all from Give It a Whirl stamps dies. So there's actually, we're using these 3, but there's even a bigger one, even a bigger stitched heart. They have stitched stars, stitched clouds, stitched circles, rectangle. I love this. I love this. They're fun little elements. And then last, we are using this bigger piece right here that we're going to stamp on the background. It is the largest piece of this one right here with the Hippo and Friends. So there's that. All right. Let's get started. Oh, I just shook the camera. I'm so sorry. Jeez. Settle down, Amanda. Settle down. Settle down. All right. We are using the light and the dark gray granite blends. We are going to be using Memento ink pad because we're using blends. And blends are an alcohol-based marker. So we need something that is not a water-based ink pad. Otherwise, it will bleed. So that's why we use the Memento. We're also going to be using our Versamark for the heat emboss, which we're going to be using the white embossing powder. And then we're going to use Granny Apple Green ink pad. I have this gorgeous ribbon, which right now is currently unavailable, but it is our white glitter ribbon. Love this ribbon. We do have it in black too. Both are great ribbons. And then we have the new iridescent rhinestone basic jewels that we're going to be using. And for this project, you will also need a stapler. Okay. All right, let's get started. So for the card, we have a card base here. I'm using Granny Apple Green. Excuse me. We're using Granny Apple Green here. This measures at 5.5 by 8.5. If you want to score it in half, you would score it at 4.25. I'm just going to fold it in half here, and I'm going to use my bone folder. And I'm going to varnish in that crease. Even if you score it, I would use your bone folder. Okay, so we have 2 pieces of basic white. Normally, what I would put inside here would be kind of the same size as the first layer, which would be 4 by 5.25. And I am going to do that for the front of the card base. However, for this one on the inside, I made it a little bit smaller because I wanted more of the Granny Apple Green frame to pop out with the heart. So I made the inside at 3 3/4 by 5. So this is the shorter piece here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put that in there using my Stampin' seal. I did not stamp on the inside with this one because I added the heart instead. Sometimes I stamp sayings inside, sometimes I do not. I will be very honest. It really all depends on my mood or who it's to, because sometimes I have big handwriting. So depending on who it's to, if I know I'm going to write a lot, then I sometimes tend not to put a saying in the center. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pop that up and place that right in the inside. So there's the inside of our card, okay? Now the first layer is flat. So I'm just going to put that flat right on the card, just like that. All right. Now, the second layer is actually the same size as the inside. So it measures at 3 3/4 by 5, but we're going to run this through the embossing machine, cut and emboss machine. So I'm going to place it right through my new gingham embossing folder, and I'm going to grab my plates and my machine. Of course, I have the wrong plate in my machine, so give me a second. All right, so you're going to need this plate right here, and this plate always tells you what you need. This is not a 3D embossing folder, so it's not thick, so you just need to sandwich it between the 2 clear plates. If this was a 3D one, you would not use the clear plates. You'd still use the white base. You would actually use the gray plate and the white base. All right. So there's that. And now we should have our embossed piece. It's gorgeous. Gives a lot of texture. I like it. So for this, we're going to angle this. Now, we're not going to place it flat. We're going to angle it a little bit more. This is a birthday card. We need it to be fun, filled with layers, all over directions. So we're going to layer it like that. Okay, I have 2 pieces of designer series paper here. Now, one of these is 1.5 by 4.5, and one is 1 by 5. So what we're going to do is we're going to just place it from the top to the bottom here. And I am going to leave some of this Bermuda Bay on one side. I'm just kind of going to go like that. And I'm literally just going to place this one next to it, but I'm going to overlap it just a little bit. So I'm going to overlap that just a little bit. And I'm gonna go like that. I'm just giving it some color, some texture. Got some all kinds of fun stuff here. Okay, so now we are going to stamp. Let's stamp first because we want to stamp. I already have these cut out, but we need to stamp little green hearts all over this piece. So I'm just going to randomly stamp all over. And really, you don't need to get in the middle if you don't want to. They're not going to see that anyway. It's going to be covered with the circle. All right. But I always feel like if I don't do it, it's unfinished. I don't know. I'm weird like that. All right. So we are going to pop this up on there, but we're going to give it a minute here. So, because then this is going to go over top and we're going to stamp. So we need to get out our Memento ink pad and we need to get out our little robot here. He's so cute. I think this robot stamp set is so adorable. All right. So we're just going to stamp like that. And I have my little heart here, which I am going to put a dimensional on the back because we're going to pop that up here. And we're going to pop it up over the heart already, but not just yet. We got to do some blending first. So I'm going to color all of it in the light granite, and then I'm going to go back with the dark granite, and I'm just going to do certain areas, like his lines, I like to call these his little ears over here. And we'll just do this. And it, like I said, it doesn't matter if you color over the heart. You're going to be covering it up with the stitched die cut heart, so that does not matter. All right, there we go. He's all colored. He's cute. Now we're going to use the gray, the darker one, granite gray, and I'm going to do the ears. I'm going to do the feet. I'm going to just do dot over these dots. Same with the lines here. And I'm just going to kind of do that. Just give him a little bit of shade. And then I'm going to do the top. All right. So now let's get out our dimensionals here. And we'll gotta do the middle there because you don't want to saggy center, especially when you're doing this many layers and you're using all dimensionals. So we're gonna place that right like that. Now this piece here, the scallop circle, I'm just gonna do that flat. And I'm gonna do this flat too, actually. So we'll place that like that. But then we're going to pop up this little circle or little heart like that. So cute. All right, and we'll do the stamping of greetings kind human last because I'm going to quickly add a little rhinestone right there. And I'm going to do another one up there. And then I'm going to do a bigger one like right there. Okay. So now let's get out some scrap paper because you're going to need some scrap. And I have my Versamark. Let me grab my heat tool because I kind of forgot that. So here's my white embossing powder. Let me just plug this in really quickly because we're going to stamp this image. And all right, so I have my piece of paper here. I'm going to move this up over here like this. Sorry, I feel like I'm a little messy stamper today. Happens to the best of us though, doesn't it? All right, so there is that. And I'm just using scrap paper, so it's not a big deal. And I'm just going to dump a bunch of white embossing powder over it. I'm going to turn it over though and flick it. Now I got all of the embossing powder where I need it, and I don't need any, like there's not anywhere it's not needed. However, I do want to share with you a little tip. If you ever get it on a small spot and you need to get rid of it, I took this from my daughter's little like paint kit. I know she doesn't use it. So just a tiny little brush, and it's very easy just to brush that extra off right there. That way you're not putting your finger on there and then accidentally wiping like 2 or 3 letters off. I'm sure we've all done that before. All right, so I'm just going to heat emboss this now. And you will know when it's done because it'll go from white powdery to like white and shiny. So there the human just changed. Now the kind. I don't know if you guys can see this, but super cute. I love heat embossing. I think it's so fun. And I like how bright and shiny it is. I love doing the white heat embossing on different colors, like darker colors are like black, cardstock. I really like that. All right. I'm now going to just use my paper snips. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paper snip all the way around this. I am not looking to do this perfectly because I want it to look like I'm like piecing, not piercing. There we go. All right. So now I have these 3 things. I'm going to use the mini. I'm going to use mini dimensionals here. Okay. There we go. Sorry, sometimes I feel like my fingers are too big for these mini dimensionals, but I love them, so I need to use them. All right, so I'm going to place the greetings right up on top like that. And then I'm going to place the kind, angle it this way, and human this way. There we go. How cute is this card? So cute. All right, are you guys ready for the treats? All right, let's do the treats. This little adorable matchbook. Okay, I have to do something real quick because whenever I have this loose powder, it really does drive me nuts. I've decided that the next time I go to like Office Max, I'm going to buy a spray can, the air can stuff, so that I can just spray it off because it gets all gritty and drives me crazy. I know, it's the little things. I know. Okay, so we need a few different things here. Obviously, you need treats. That's the most important thing is the chocolate. Second of all, I'm using Granny Apple Green. So this measures at 8 1/4 by 2 3/4. I have another piece here, which ironically, I think this was my scrap for my greetings. I couldn't find it, so I must have put it in the wrong thing. Because here's my scrap for the stamping the happy birthday to you. All right, so I have some die pieces already done, so we will stamp. I don't know what this is for either. Must have been just a scrap when I was making it, and I just put it in with the project. No worries. Okay, you're going to need 2 pieces of designer series paper. I did the same front and back, but one is going to be a little bit taller than the other one. So they're both going to be at 2 1/2, but one's going to be, the front is going to be 2 1/2 by 3 1/2, and the back is going to be 2 1/2 by 3 3/4. But we need our simple score tool first because we need to score our lines. So let's bring that in. Love this thing. If you do not own one of these, I highly, highly recommend it. This is probably honestly my favorite tool of all time. Okay, so we need to score it at 1/2 inch and 4.5, and we need to do it on the landscape side. So 1/2 inch over here is kind of tight, so I'm going to just kind of go like this. There's the 1/2, and then we're going to do it again at 4.5. That's it. That's all she wrote. How easy was that? That wasn't hard, right? Okay, so I'm going to do the natural way of folding this. And I'm going to use my bone folder. All right, now, this is what the treat will look like. I am actually going to place the front piece on the front first. I'm not going to do the back just yet because, and I'm going to show you why. So here's the front. I'm going to put that up like that because when I do the back, I actually want it to cover the pieces of the staple. This staple on this side is fine. It's pretty. It actually gives a little bit more, decor. And if you wanted to put a piece of designer series paper over there, you could. But, the robots, he's metal, right? He's made of metal. And here's a little metal staple. I think it adds like a little embellishment to me. It looks like that. But on the back, I wanted to cover it because I didn't want anybody like clipping their fingers on it. So I am going to take the M&M pack. I'm going to tuck in the edge here, just like this. And I'm going to use my stapler and I'm going to staple it just like that. And now on the back, because I don't want anybody's fingers getting on there, I will adhere the designer series paper. So let's cover that up. All right. Looking good so far. All right. So there's our little M&M pouch. He's kind of long. I feel like I need to trim this down a little bit. You know what, you guys? I'm going to trim this with my scissors just a little bit. So if yours is just a little long, I would just trim it a little bit. All right. There we go. Cute. Okay. Let's do some stamping. We need to stamp in the memento. We need to stamp our little guy. We're going to use this guy this time. He's cute. Okay. I got him kind of close, didn't I? You know what? I'm going to flip him over and I'm going to do it on the back side. There we go. That's the nice thing about two-sided paper. Yes, I did just say that. Okay, and then I'm going to stamp the HB to you for happy birthday to you. All right. So we got to get our ribbon too, but let's do our coloring first and then we'll put it all together. So we're going to do the same thing that we did with the last one. We're going to color it all with the light, except for we're going to go around his eyes. This robot could be a she too. I should not call it a he. As my daughters would be like, Mom. That's like, I'll just call it a robot. It's not a he or a she. All right. So there's that. Again, with the dark, I'm going to do every other line here with the dark. I'm going to do the feet. I'm going to do the claw and this little top here. And then I'm just going to go over the dots, just like that. Oh, we got to do this claw though. There we go. Okay. So we are going to use dimensionals to pop this up. And I'm going to cut around my dimensionals like this because I use all of my dimensionals. All right. So first, we're going to place this flat to the front. I'm going to kind of open it up like this. To the front of the treat. So I'm going to place that flat. Now I'm going to place this over top. And I see I got a little ink spot right there, but that's okay because this is where we're going to place this little tiny stitched heart. So I do need a mini dimensional. We're going to place that right over there. So we just covered that. Yay. All right. Oh, you guys, you know what? I just told us not to forget the ribbon, and I forgot the ribbon. All right, hold on. I'm peeling this off. We forgot the ribbon. All right, and the ribbon's what makes it really cute. So what I'm going to do is, this is the front of our treat. I'm going to make sure I have about 4 to 5 inches off to the side of ribbon. I know that seems like a lot, but if you're going to do a big bow like this, you really almost need that. So I'm going to tie my ribbon. Okay, I'm going to turn this a little bit so that I can get a better grip of it. All right, so I'm going to do it in the center. So this is the front of our treat. I'm going to do it in the center here. And I'm going to tie our bow. And I'm not the greatest bow maker, but I am definitely getting better. Definitely think I'm getting better. However, I have one side longer than the other, so we will just trim this piece off. That's not a big deal. All right, so there's our bow. Now let's go ahead and put this back on. And actually, because it curves, I'm going to use a little tear tape to make sure that this stays on there. All right, so let's put that back on like we had it, just with the ribbon underneath it. There we go. Now we have our M&M treat holder. There we go. There. Now we need to cut this out. Again, we're just fussy cutting it. And if you wanted to heat emboss this one, you could. I just chose to make this one regular memento. All right. And then I'm just going to pop that up at the top. There we go. All right, you guys. Here are our adorable little Matchbox. I'm having a hard time talking today. Matchbox M&M treat holders. Super cute for a kid's birthday. And then we have a birthday card. And you know, it doesn't even have to be for a kid. I am an adult in my upper 40s, and I would love a birthday card like this. I think it's adorable. So there's that. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's Weekly Wednesdays. Don't forget, you can print the project sheet so that you don't need to memorize the measurements. If you want to participate in my Sale-a-bration party and earn reward points and get a free gift from me, plus a 4-card make and take packet sent to you for free, please go to amandasinspirationstation.com. The information is also right under the link, and it will tell you all the information in detail about it. And I also have then the tutorial bundle that is for the fun fold. Now, you cannot combine the tutorial bundle with the celebration party, just so you know. This is completely a separate entity, and this is found in my tutorial store. Okay, if you have any questions, please let me know. I would be more than happy to help you. You guys have a great rest of your week, and then have a great weekend. Thanks for joining me. Bye.